DT Parker, happy Friday. The holiday rush is on. Are you ready? Hell to the no, because I'm still discussions with DT Parker, back for another edition. I'm actually not that bad today. What up, Yardies 22? So what up to Twitch that just got active? Of course, IG. YouTube, what it do? Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And for the folks that have already liked, subscribed, and followed, appreciate you very, very much. But yeah, the countdown is on for the holiday season. That's not what we're talking about today. We got to get into this officer. Should he be fired for some of his actions? So if you live in the Georgia area, you might have saw the story on social media of an officer seen tasing a student on the bus. They're also trying to say that the student had a disability as well. But I will play this audio back. I'm going to let me see if it will play it back.
Tonight, a Fulton County police officer, police officer, has been taken off duty after a video showed him tasing a student. It happened on a bus today, full of kids from Langston Hughes High School.
Well, the school district has called this
I just want to show you the part
incident, but parents have a lot of questions tonight. Fox
where
Rob Durienzo is live.
You don't need that part.
Right now.
I just want to show you the video.
Do we know at this point why that officer deployed his taser on the child?
That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
Hey guys, good evening to you both. Well, in the video we're about to show you, you can hear the officers telling the student he's on the wrong bus, so he has to get off. He refuses and things get ugly very quickly.
Here we go. Here's the video.
You gonna get off or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Drive my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
Didn't follow the law.
All right.
Tasing
So you saw the video,
Didn't-
YouTube. Hey babe, you're my first one. You saw the video. I just played it, YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. What are your thoughts? Should this officer be fired for tasing this student, or was it excessive? I'll play it again.
He refuses and things get ugly very quickly.
So you guys can see.
You gonna get off or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Drive my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing...
All right, so we saw the video. Again, babe said he got a fired, right? So you believe he should be fired? I think he did a little bit too much. So according to reports, the officer has been removed from active duty pending an investigation. So baby, you said too much for what? I guess the boy wasn't moving fast enough for him. He gave him a warning like, okay, you need to get up off this. This isn't your bus. But I don't know if that was the appropriate approach he should have handled. And the things that I'm seeing on social media, they're saying that this child is disabled too. So that's a whole nother issue. If in fact he is a disabled child, because yeah, in certain ways you handle kids. And a taser though. Hey Tasha. I just got on here about a few minutes ago. Well, not a few minutes, about 5 minutes ago, but welcome. Discussions with DD Parker. Happy Friday to you. Talking about this police officer. He tased a student. I don't know if you saw this video floating around on social media, but he tased the student. at Langston Hughes High School here in Georgia. And now he has been removed from active duty. So the question today is, did this officer do too much? Did he do too much? Sorry, Twitch. I know I got somebody on Twitch watching. I cannot show you until I become affiliate, which means I have to have 4 different unique views every day for 4 days straight. So until that happens. But here's the video again.
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral
Actually, I
video
could
on
just do
social
this.
media of the 2 school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids got to go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Right my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
I mean, we know what led up to the tasing. The student said that was his bus. The officer said, no, it's not. This ain't your bus. You need to move. And he didn't move. Mr. Banks, what's going on? We're talking about an incident that occurred in Georgia with an officer tasing a student on a school bus. I don't know if you saw the video footage, but if you haven't, I'll play it back in a second. Should this officer be fired? Should this officer be fired for his actions? Babe said, I mean, you got to do your job, I understand. But he should have used it one time, if anything. He said he tased the kid for like 10 seconds. Tasha said, damn, I don't mean to laugh. Tasha! Why you laughing, Tasha? I'm just curious. Why you laughing, girl? But yes, he tased the student. The student wasn't moving fast enough. And according to what I've seen on social media, this is all allegedly in speculation. I'm not 100% sure that this student was disabled. So this don't make the situation any better for this officer. I think maybe he should have been packed a little more patience with this student, especially if the student is a disabled student. He should have packed his patience. And come on, sir, you've been working with them students. I don't know how long he been on the job, but you've been working with them students for how long? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about tasing as a parent. I don't know if the school called me and told me that my son was tased by an officer. I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't know, because I just feel like he didn't have to tase him. It might have been a way. Maybe it wasn't another way. Again, I don't know what led up to it besides the fact that he asked the young boys to get off the bus, and the boy was like, that was his bus. Tasha said they definitely didn't have to electrocute the kid. It was 2 officers. They had the strength to pick him up and physically take him off the bus. And Babe said he agrees with you, Tasha. I would have picked his little ass up. I'm just saying, like, a taser, I could see if this boy was, 6-something, that weighed a good, and you felt like you wouldn't be able to, but a taser? Is that what they do in high school? Tasering the students? Tasha said, and the kid should have listened and let his parents deal with the adults. So you said that the little boy should listen. And again, so according to reports circulating online, they're saying that the young boy does suffer from a disability. I can confirm nor deny because I don't know how true that is. But today's question is, should this man be fired and lose his good job?
Very quickly.
So let's take a look at this video again.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the 2 school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids got to go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
See, they try to get him up. It looks like they tried to.
Now get up. Try my way. Try my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what
That
led up
is
to
a
tasing,
little bit
citing
much,
student privacy,
mister.
but called it an isolated
I don't know what his disability is, again, that's according to social media. So I can confirm nor deny whether that's the truth, Tasha, whether this kid does suffer from a disability. But that's what they were saying, that he suffered from a disability. Babe said, I mean, I'm on both sides, low key. Why you on both sides? You on the fence about this. Why you playing both sides today? No, I'm just joking. But no. Why are you on both sides? Just curious. You want to be grown and act tough. Okay, but if he's disabled, a whole different story. Parent may be just saying that for money. They could be just saying that for the money, that he's disabled, or maybe he is disabled. I just don't know if tasing was probably the most appropriate way to go about handling that situation, especially with a student. And those are two grown-ass men. I'm like with Tasha, why couldn't y'all maybe restrained him, maybe picked him up, one person grab him by the hands, one person grab him by the legs. What up, Mr. Snapper? Yeah, we need details. And how old is he? I'm not sure. That's regular. I'm not 100% sure how old the boy is. Like I said, allegedly they're saying he has a disability. But let me look and see if I can find out more with the story, because that's from one side news channel. So, Mr. Snapper, we're asking if this officer should be fired for his actions related to an incident that happened on a school bus. He actually tased a student that refused to get off the school bus. Asking should he be fired because right now he's on leave. Happy holidays. Should he be fired for his actions? And then I'll show you the video. It says in the video, one of the two officers on board the bus is asking a student, you want to get off or you want to make me take you off? The student tells the officer that he is trying to get home, to which they responded that he was on the wrong bus. Eventually, one of the officers is seen pulling the student out of the seat. After the student appears to resist, the officer puts him back in the seat and pulls out his taser. He said, let's go. I'm going to hit you again. Get up, get up, get up. I'm going to hit you again. The officer said, in a statement, Fulton County Schools confirmed that the taser was used. The incident is being taken seriously and is currently under review. A spokesperson for the school district said the officer has been removed from active duty pending the outcoming investigation. Langston Hughes high school principal sent a letter to families calling the incident an isolated situation that the school was actively investigating. Hey, mama. Those are all of the details. Again, I don't have any more details. That's the only details I have. But I do want to show the folks that just hopped on. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Today's question is, should this officer be fired? Right now, he is on leave, pending an investigation. But the reason I'm asking this, should he be fired, is because he tased a student on a school bus. Some saying it was excessive. Some saying he was doing his job. So the question is, should this man be fired and lose his good job for doing his job? And then I'll show you the video in a second. Babe said that's regular in Chicago and stuff. Tasha says, speaking for my son who has autism, a child with mental disorders may not understand circumstances that's happening. Still shocking. The kids, was excessive. Tasing him, right? Yeah, it was. But yeah, he definitely should be fired. Tasha said, my son have a bottom that he wears every day on his backpack, as well as in his car seat, that says, I have autism. I may resist. Okay, that's smart. That's smart, so that they know. What up, the Real Major Beats? Tasha said, police officers should immediately resort to such excessive force with a child that isn't being violent. You mean that? I think you mean they shouldn't. Is this video cut short? Like, I wonder if there is more to it that built the officer up being so short-tempered with the kid. They are saying that there is more to this video. That was just a short portion of the video. We don't know what happened, what led up to the officer. I mean, we know what led up to it, but we don't know what happened prior to the conversation. But for my new folks, take a look at this video. I'm going to turn it around so you guys can look at it, and then you can make a decision on should this man be fired from his job. Here we go.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials
Sorry, it's not louder.
have seen this viral video
It's
on
hard,
social
Twitch.
media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you today. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses.
So that's where they're trying to get him.
In a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Try it my way. Try it my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
Didn't follow the lawful commands. Tasing a bit much for me.
Damian Dunn is a parent whose daughter attended Langston Hughes. He says he wants to know the full story here.
I'm gonna hit again. Let's go. I'm gonna hit again. Get up. Get up.
You better wait for me.
Get up. I'm gonna hit again. Let's go.
The district says the officer has been removed from duty during the investigation. In the video, after the student is up, the taser sounded like it was deployed a second time.
I just like to get the full context of the situation of what happened before, I make any judgment. But, looking as a parent, I don't want my son being tased.
Let's go.
That's crazy. Yeah, I, as a parent, would have to say I would not want my child being tased. That's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. I meant to say shouldn't. I knew what you were trying to say, Tasha. Chris Napa said, no, these kids nowadays fear no one. So you don't feel like this officer, Chris, should lose his job after watching the video. Tasha said that kid did sound like he was being a little fly. And Mama said, did he talk to school principal first? I don't think no conversation was had with no school principal, chap. It was two of them on there. It looks like they tried to restrain him. He wouldn't get up. Like they were pulling. He would not get up. So that's when they broke out the taser. And I played it a little bit longer, this news feed. The guy who was doing the announcement in the news said it sounded like he did it another time, like he let the taser go off for a second time. So crazy situation. Tasha said, so can kids not ride any bus? Like, is there assigned seats? Because my kids have assigned stops, so whoever is at the stop can ride. I have no idea how that works now, Tasha girl, because I know back in the day, I'm not sure, I don't think we had buses we knew that got us to the house, but I don't know about assigned bus, because if I wanted to go to my friend's house, like I would just, like I had a good friend, her name is Erica, and she lived downtown from where I lived, so I would just hop on her school bus and take the school bus to where she lived. So, and I never got any smoke, but these days is different, child. Babe said that happens every day, babe, but it's new out here, LOL. They be tasing the students? These police? I didn't know that. He didn't shoot the taser. It looked like he tased the little young boy, because the boy was like, ah! Tasha said, I don't understand why they were saying this isn't your bus, like he was not a student there. I guess maybe it's not the regular bus that he normally rides, is what they were saying. He just regular tased him. You had to get on certain buses. He obviously was on the wrong bus, and schools don't play about that. See, I had no idea. I've been removed from school for a minute. What up, Super Pat? What up, Mr. Cannon? I'm asking the chat today. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Parker. I'm asking the chat today, should this officer be fired for his actions? This story took place in Georgia. A police officer was trying to get a student off the bus. The student wouldn't get off the bus, so he resorted to tasing the student. Some folks are calling it excessive, while other folks are saying that he was basically doing his job. But I'm like one of these parents that are on the news. I don't know if I would want my kid being tased by an officer. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But take a listen.
Things get ugly very quickly.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials
I'm sorry it's not
confirmed
louder.
they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Try my way. Try my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
He didn't follow the lawful commands. Tasing a bit much for me.
Damian Dunn is a parent whose daughter attended Langston Hughes. He says he wants to know the full story here.
I'm gonna hit you again. Let's go. I'm gonna hit you again. Get up. Get up.
You better listen.
Get up.
To say, you better listen.
Let's go.
The district says the officer has been removed from duty during the investigation. In the video, after the student is up, the taser sounded like it was deployed a second time.
I just like to get the full context of the situation of what happened before, I make any judgment. But, looking as a parent, I don't want my son being tased.
I'm with him. I don't know if I would want my child. Like, that just seems like a bit much to get a kid off of a school bus. Like, I don't know. Tasha said, right, that's how our buses were. We could ride the bus to whatever part of town we wanted to go. Yeah, I guess that's back in the day, Tasha. They don't do that no more. Babe said, Self-Secure said he zapped him. It was like all up in, I don't know. Mama said, yeah, kids aren't allowed on different school buses. That must be something new that they just started. Because, again, I remember if I wanted to go to my best friend's house, I just got on her bus and rode the school bus to my best friend's house. And it wasn't a problem. Babe said, just because you're a student don't mean you can get on any bus. Again, we didn't have those rules when I was growing up, riding the bus. Doesn't name check and head count. They didn't do no name check or head counts on the bus. I mean, the bus driver knew us so much, because we consistently rode that bus every day. So if you didn't ride that bus every day, then of course it might bring up a red flag, like you're not supposed to really be on this bus. But they didn't care enough. Make sure everyone on board. But what do you do after he fights back and all that? Good question. I mean, but the little boy he was just resisting. He wasn't fighting back. It looked like he was just resisting to get off the bus. I don't know. He might have been trying to be funny. Babe said cops got rules and what happens teaches kids to listen to police. Tasha said, to you, babe, Self-Secure. I did not know they regulated school buses now. I'm assuming public school buses rules and different from private schools. We do need the full contents, though. It's just not adding up. Yeah, this story isn't adding up. I'm like you. I need a little more details. And Tasha, Self-Secure said to you, yeah, you can take a public bus anywhere, but a school bus, they have certified routes they use to drop kids off home. Hey, Scoop. We're talking about, should this police officer be fired for his actions on tasing a student on a school bus? Again, I didn't know that, babe. Growing up, I literally can remember, if I wanted to go to my best friend's house, I hopped on that school bus and went to her house. It was not even a thing of, oh, you're on the wrong school bus. I don't know if they didn't do that back in the day. But maybe it's a thing now for the kids' safety that they do. I don't know. Babe said, why would they let someone who don't belong on the bus stay then when the kid get kidnapped or hurt when it's the school's fault? Damned if you damned if you don't. But it's another student. That's what I'm saying. If it was another student, adults is a different thing, but a student that goes to the school that might be taking a bus, maybe he was going to his friend's house. I don't know what the situation is. Like I said, we don't have all the details. So, I don't know. Super Pat said, that's a tough one. The kid was not listening. Guess they could have called the principal. Right. But police ain't These are certified police officers, so they ain't about to sit there and negotiate. That ain't what their job is. Babe said self-secure, say y'all saying they should left him, then when his ass got dropped off somewhere else, then what? You gonna be claiming the school was wrong. I mean, you got facts. Yeah, that's not good without a parent permission. They just dropped y'all off. What the F? We just hopped on the bus. We didn't ask permission. And, yeah. But our bus driver knew us, like, if you're at a particular bus stop every day, your bus driver knows you. I would be late for the damn bus. Sometimes my bus driver would wait. Sometimes my bus driver would be like, girl, you need to get your ass out here to the bus stop on time because I ain't going to keep waiting for you. Warn me. And drove by. Went in it. Oh, you late? Bye-bye. Tasha said, to you, babe, I definitely understand that the school is responsible even while on the way home until they get off the bus. Scoop Noop said unnecessary roughness. I need more details. But I want to show you the video, Scoop. So I will show you the video so you can see. Babe said, yeah, that's weird. I disagree. Sorry. You can't expect a school bus to take you somewhere else. LOL, lawsuits. I'm just trying to tell you what happened when we was growing up. I mean, they didn't do head counts and name. We didn't do that. I don't ever remember the school bus driver doing that. Unless it was like for a field trip or something like that. They did head counts and names. But the bus driver picking us up, they wouldn't. Unless they did a mental thing. I don't remember. Hold on. Hey, G. Tasha said, self-secure, if you, me, and Dee Dee age, we wasn't getting kidnapped. Laughing my butt. We grew up in the wilderness. Babe said that's crazy. Facts, Tasha. Damned if you do that. No, seriously. I mean, it was a different set of rules when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't remember the bus driver clocking it like that. I'm trying to figure out who even called the police to the damn the bus anyway. Was it the bus driver? Let's take a look at this video again. From my new
School
folks.
officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids got to go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
I mean, come on.
Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
Didn't follow the lawful commands. Tasing a bit much for me.
Damian Dunn is a parent whose daughter attended Langston Hughes. He says he wants to know the full story here.
I'm here again. Let's go.
And you're cussing at the boy.
Get up. Get up. Get up. I'm going to hit you again. Let's go.
The district says the officer has been removed from duty during the investigation. In the video, after the student is up, the taser sounded like it was deployed a second time.
I just like to get the full context of the situation of what happened before, I make any judgment. But, looking as a parent, I don't
I
want
used
my
to
son
hate
being
it.
tased.
I couldn't wait till I got a car and I could start driving to school. I used to hate the school bus. It used to be smelly. Ugh. Nasty. Ugh. I could not wait. Anyway. Chris said, babe said, damn if you do, damn if you don't, huh, baby? I'm just saying, we live by different codes, okay, growing up in the 80s and 90s going to school. Bus drivers didn't check. That's all I'm saying. They didn't check. I can remember they didn't check. Chris said these principals be out the school as soon as the bell rang. I believe it. They said they have done enough dealing with our children all that. Babe said, I can hear the headlines now. Bus driver in jail after dropping kids to their friend's house and not home. LOL. Well, I mean, he made the headlines now. Police officer tases a student. So, but TBH, he was wrong for tasing him. Carry him out instead. I don't understand. It was two of them. So why did they feel the need to resort to tasing when it was two officers? Tasha said school's just not the same. Our officers, teachers, principals, bus drivers all knew our parents. They knew us. They could judge if we was up to no good. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was no head count for no bus because the bus driver knew who the hell you was. That's why I said, my bus driver warned me. I was in high school smelling myself. I used to wake up. I'm not a morning person. I used to hate getting up in the morning. So, it takes me forever still to this day to get ready. So, I would miss the bus. And she warned me, like, listen here. I ain't gonna keep waiting on you. You ain't outside by the time I pull up, then I'm gonna ride by. And she did exactly that. So, Babe said it didn't take him again. He just made the zap noise to scare him. Oh, okay. He didn't tase him again. He just made the noise to scare him. Tasha said our school bus was litty. Yeah, the bus just, I could not wait to drive. I could wait to drive. I was like, I hate the bus. Tasha said, I laughing my ass off, babe. Exactly. Just fast for no reason, shaking my head. That's why y'all was so grown. Whatever. No, that ain't why we was grown. We just had freedom. But the freedom came at a cost because there was a lot of missing children, child. Tasha said, I appreciate my kid's principal. He doesn't leave until the last kid is gone after school tutoring and practice. Kudos to him. Because there's some educators that are just here for the coins. So kudos to your principal for doing that. I mean, it takes a special bunch, okay, to work with kids. I don't know if this officer has the patience or had the patience, because I just feel like tasing should have been his last resort. As opposed, hey, it's a Pope 49. Tasing should have been the last resort, as, you know. It's two of y'all. Two of y'all can't get this little young boy off the bus. I don't know what he looked like because they blurred his picture out. But two of y'all can't get him off the bus. It's a Pope 49. We're talking about an officer right here in Georgia. Langston Hughes High School. There's video footage of him tasing a student. And let me put, I ain't trying to put no more onto it. I ain't trying to gaslight it. But according to social media, and according to reports on social media, they're saying that the young boy was disabled. Again, I don't have all of the details, so I don't know. But they're saying that the young boy was disabled. And I can't see what he looks like. So, and from what I'm reading from these news reports, I mean, they're not saying yay or nay. I saw that on social media where they said that the young boy was disabled. So, I mean, if he's disabled, then he definitely shouldn't have tased him. Definitely shouldn't have tased him. Definitely was not a good look. He definitely shouldn't have did that. I'm going to play this video back just in case for my folks that didn't get a chance to see it, they can see it. But hold on. Here it goes.
Student. It happened on a bus today, full of kids from Langston Hughes High School.
Well, the school district has called this an isolated incident, but parents have a lot of questions tonight. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo is live at the school right now. And Rob, do we know at this point why that officer deployed his taser on the child?
Hey guys, good evening to you both. Well, in the video we're about to show you, you can hear the officers telling the student he's on the wrong bus, so he has to get off. He refuses and things get ugly very quickly.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell
How did he know he don't ride the bus?
It's not his bus, so he
But
has
babe
to
said they
get
have a
off.
breakdown.
He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Try it my way. Try it my way. Let's go.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
He didn't follow the lawful commands.
Yeah, I want to know what led up to this tasing. I get it. He didn't want to get off the bus, but it's two against one. Come on. As the Pope said, them YNs at the school is off the chain. I believe it. I believe it. Tasha said, to be honest, it don't matter if the kid is disabled, Tasha, or not. As the adult and law enforcement, you know better. The kid didn't have a weapon, nor was he being hostile or physical with the officer. Good point, Tasha. He wasn't doing that. He just said he want to go home too. I want to go home too. Is the Pope 49 said, good school, but security is needed every day. Is it? Is that bad out there at Langston Hughes? Is the Pope 49? I ain't not. Sheesh. And get down at Langston? Tasha said they should have contacted the principal or counselor if they were still at the school waiting to leave. Tasha said, yes, fire him because you don't have the patience to deal with kids. Right, because did you hear the news reporter say after a minute you can see that he was found tasing him? Sir, after all it did was take you a minute? But that's how some of them officers be. They want you to know that they not playing no games with you. They about business. You know what I'm saying? So, but it still didn't give him the right to tase the little boy. And especially if he does have a disability. You know, you got to work. You got to work through those things. You know, because maybe I don't know what what type of disability he has. Maybe he doesn't comprehend. He's not comprehending what's going on. Is the Pope 49 said, I got family that go. Yes, it's wild. I had no idea. It's the Pope 49, but I believe Georgia, parts of Georgia, yeah, is out there. So I believe you, but geesh. But the question is the Pope 49, should this police officer be fired? And you as a parent, how would you feel? I guess that's my next question to my parents. You as a parent, what would you do about this situation? How would you react to this situation if this was your child? If these police officers tased your kid, how would you react to this situation? Or would you need more details? Because like I said, we don't have all of the details. So I don't know what actually led up to the breaking point for this police officer. Because clearly he was at his breaking point. He had enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Tasha though, because I don't know where the video comes in. It looked like you don't have enough patience to be dealing with them children. And if that's the case, then you don't need to be dealing with children. See, I know Didi don't have patience for kids. So I limit my activities when it comes to children. Because I don't, patience be thin. Is a Pope 49 said, no, don't fire him. The kid knew his bus and there are teachers out at the bus pickup. So if there are teachers there, why didn't the teacher stop him and say, sir, young man, this is not your bus. I need you to go to your bus. Or maybe that's why the officers got involved, because the teacher tried to get him to go to his correct bus and he refused. And that's when they got involved. See, I need more details. Tasha said, my reaction is a lawsuit against the school and the police department. Oh, so you suing, Tasha, because you said, I'd be damned if you tase my babies. Yeah, I'm thinking as a parent, yeah, like, there ain't nothing else you could have did besides tase my kid. I would feel a type of way. You know what I'm saying? I would feel the aggression. Like, why the aggression? Tasha said, yes, fire him because the officers have more authority and training than the bus drivers. I'm with you with that. He is supposed to be trained to handle those type of situations. I'm like, babe, why couldn't y'all just, one of y'all grab his hands, one of y'all grab his feet, escort him off the bus? You know what I'm saying? Or don't they have things that they train police officers to put folks in hold so they don't move? Is the Pope 49 said they cannot handle the kids. The teachers can't touch them. As a parent, my kid should know better. So you would be, if this was your kid, it's a Pope 49, you would be on the side of the school and the officers. It's a Pope 49 said everybody want a lawsuit. I mean, they might, if what they're saying on social media is true, if this kid really does have a disability, there might be a lawsuit because where was the officer Pat? I mean, Again, I don't know what happened prior up into the recording of the video, but it does not look like that officer was patient with that child at all and was cussing. Like, didn't I tell your ass? Wait a minute now. Tasha said, you remember the Boondocks episode when the teacher called the kid a ninja and everyone knew the kid said it and the teacher didn't mean any harm. He still got fired. Yep. I remember that Boondocks episode. One of my shows, favorite shows too. I miss the Boondocks. But yeah, I do remember that episode, Tasha. You right. So no excuses, right? No excuses. Right now, the officer is on leave until they further investigate this. But I have a feeling. I just have a feeling that that he probably won't have a job after this. Not dealing with kids anyway. It's a 49 said, what's the kid record? Probably been doing stuff all year. That part we don't know. And you know, these news outlets are not going to report to protect the identity of the student. Tasha said, yes, is a Pope. I work in law enforcement. We are trained heavily on situations like this. Using excessive force is the absolute last resort. Has some juices there. Last resort unless someone is in danger. So that would, pulling out a taser is considered excessive force? Just curious. Tasha. I don't know if boyfriend's still on here because he would know. That would be considered excessive force, using a taser. I'm just curious. I just think I just don't think a taser was necessary. I mean, that's just my opinion. I just think he could have handled that situation just a little bit differently, but that's just my opinion. Tasha said the kid record doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what's going on in that moment. It was the fact that the officer said, this isn't your, like, they trying to get home. He's like, I'm trying to get home too. He said, well, this isn't your bus, you know? So, that's the thing for me. I don't know why I keep hitting this back button. I apologize because I was going to play the video again, but I'll wait. Is the Pope said, yes, the teacher only called the law enforcement when the situation gets physical. Okay, so there was probably some stuff going on prior to this that we didn't see. Correct.
School police officer has been taken off duty after a video showed him tasing a student. It happened on a bus today, full of kids from Langston Hughes High School.
Well, the school district has called this an isolated incident, but parents have a lot of questions tonight. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo is live at the school right now. And Rob, do we know at this point why that...
You can hear the officers telling the student he's on the wrong bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, and things get ugly.
Don't he look like Mario Lopez a little bit? Just a sidebar.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
That's the part I'm like, okay.
The district spokesperson didn't release any details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
He didn't follow the lawful commands. Tasing a bit much for me.
Damian Dunn is a parent whose daughter attended Langston Hughes. He says he wants to know the full story here.
I'm gonna hit you again. Let's go. I'm gonna hit you again. Get up. Get up.
Get that away from me.
Get up. I'm gonna hit you again. Let's go.
The district says the officer has been removed from duty during the investigation. In the video, after the student is up, the taser sounded like it was deployed a second time.
The way he's handling
I just
him
like to get the
is the excessive force to me. The way that he's handling the young boy seems excessive. Hold on. Is the Pope said exactly. They only want to show you the officer's reaction. Yeah, because we don't know. Is the Pope. That's what I'm like. I need to know what led up to this. Tasha said, Didi, it's used to immobilize a suspect. It's a tool of force to restrain a person, but they had him blocked in the seat. He wasn't. Yeah, that's the part. That's the part I didn't like. Did you see how they was holding him down? I was like, wait a minute now. Y'all doing a bit much. Is the Pope 49 said, my friend left that school because the special need kid kept walking up to her and slapping her and other classmates. Wait a minute. And allegedly, they're saying that the young boy that was involved with that situation was a special needs student. Now, I can neither confirm nor deny because I don't know if that's true or not. I was trying to look to see what the other news outlets were saying, but yeah, they haven't said anything. Hey, Chev, America's Most Wanted, what to do? Tasha said, I do think it's more to it, but he would have had no backlash and no questions if he would have snatched him up with his hands. Yeah, I think so too. Instead of using a taser. But maybe he like, you know what? I'm tired of y'all kids. I'm tired. Somebody gonna get this taser today. So, nor I can confirm nor deny what was on that man's mind. But damn, you know what I'm saying? And cussing at him like, if you don't get your ass up, you gonna get hit again. Like, wait a minute now. Is all of that necessary? I don't think all of that was necessary. That part I don't think was necessary. You know what I'm saying? I say this. Because I know, Tasha, y'all got proper protocols in law enforcement. Like you said, there's steps you're supposed to take before you take other precautions, like using a taser or using the mace. So I'm thinking like, it's two of you on the bus. Two of you couldn't have got him off the bus. I'm just saying. Is the Pope 49 said, so we don't know what's the kid's record and how many times they have had to correct him. No, I don't have any of that information, and the school is probably not going to share that information because it's a student and it's one of their students and to protect his identity. My ears keep falling. I need some new ones. Anyway, Tasha said, I be wanting to tase my kids. Them little mother effers bad, especially the... Tasha, girl, you said you want to tase your own ones. So sit your ass down somewhere. Child. It's a... No, baby. Tasha said, oh no, he would have gotten in even more trouble if he used pepper spray. Really? Okay, so what is the proper protocol? Because I know that wasn't a proper protocol. It's, what do you ask? And it looks like they were trying to like get him to move, but he was resisting. So how many times, does he got to ask for him to get off the bus until he resorts to... Chev, you trying to come on here, Chev? Chev, I just want to make sure you're trying to come on here. Give me a thumbs up, boo. Because I don't know if that's you meant to click on to come on here, boo. But yeah, again, there's levels to this. And I think tasing, I'm with Tasha. Tasing probably should have been the last and final resort. When especially it's two of y'all. And this is a young boy. And he didn't look like he was like no big young boy. You feel what I'm saying? He looked like, but then again, I couldn't see him because he was blurred. Tasha said it's all a judgment call and they will declare his actions justified and probably ask him to resign. You think they will ask him to resign instead of firing him? Or maybe just transfer him? When officers usually do that, that's usually like what, extra work for them that they pick up? Those be like extra shifts. Chev, I'm not sure if you were trying to come on here, but if you were, I have no problems letting you on, but just let me know if that's what you're trying to do, speak about the topic. But yeah, because right, law enforcement, those be like little extra jobs that they do on the side, like school bus. Again, we don't know the full extent of this story, because from what y'all are saying is there's teachers that be there that check to make sure that the students are getting on the right bus. We didn't have that. Okay? Especially in high school. We didn't have that. You got on the bus, basically you were supposed to, but every now and again, I would get on the bus. I remember I got on the bus to go to the next town. Wasn't supposed to be in the next town, but I got on the bus and was in the next town. Nobody questioned it. Nobody said anything. Hey, Joe. So that's why I'm like, how did they know he wasn't on the right bus? But Babe said they do a head count and I guess name call. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Okay? That's when I was in high school. So I don't remember those routines. Joe, we were talking about this officer. I don't know if you saw this viral video of the officer that tased a student on a bus. He has now been, he's not been fired, but he's on temporary leave until they investigate the situation. My question is, should he be fired for his actions? And then I'll play the video back one more time. We got about 10 more minutes of discussions with Didi Parker. Tasha said, yes, the school pays to have off-duty officers too. And some schools have a police department established in the school and officers assigned by their department to certain schools. That's a cake job, depending on what school you're going to. Depending on what school you might go to, that sounds like a cake job. What? But some of these schools, they said it's bad, child. So I don't know how much of a cake job that is. And again, how did he even get on the bus? You know what I'm saying? How did he, and who pointed out the fact that he was, on the wrong bus? You know what I'm saying? Again, I just think this officer could have handled this definitely differently, and we would not be sitting here discussing this on Discussions with Didi Parker on this Good Friday. But here we are. It's okay, though. It gives me content. But nah, should this officer be fired? And then I'll play this one more time. And we'll discuss the holidays coming up too in 5 minutes, what that looks like next week. It's probably going to look like we'll probably do Monday and Tuesday because I'm going to be on your radio for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then what we'll probably do is kick this back off at the top of the year. I'll let y'all breathe, enjoy y'all family, and do the little family thing for the holiday. I'm not doing too much. I'm really ready for 2025 to be over. Because when I say this has been a shit year, it has been a shit year. So I'm excited. I'm not saying 2026 is going to be my year. But what I am saying is goodbye 2025. Anyway, back to this real quick. Because I want to show the folks who hadn't seen this video yet. Here we go.
Right now, and Rob, do we know at this point why that officer deployed his taser on the child?
Hey guys, good evening to you both. Well, in the video we're about to show you, you can hear the officers telling the student he's on the wrong bus,
what up, Ace?
So he has to get off. He refuses and things get ugly very quickly.
You gonna get off, or you gonna make me take you off?
Fulton County school officials confirm they've seen this viral video on social media of the two school officers trying to get the student off the bus.
These kids gotta go home. I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to go home. But you don't ride this bus.
You can hear the cops tell the Langston Hughes High School student it's not his bus, so he has to get off. He refuses, then after about a minute, one of the cops deploys his taser.
Now get up. Try it my way. Try it my way. Let's go.
The district
That's the
spokesperson
part
didn't
to me
release
that's
any
excessive.
details about what led up to the tasing, citing student privacy, but called it an isolated incident.
To me, that part is excessive because it's like, okay, you tased them, like damn, like now you tased them and you got them backed up against the window on the bus, like that's the excessive part to me that I'm like, yeah. Tasha said officers should not be working with kids. If he is short-tempered, you have to have 10 times the patience when you know it's a troublesome child. You do, Tasha. You do. Tasha said if the parents in the community and social media blows it up, then he will be fired. They are less concerned with what happened than are more worried about their image and getting sued. Yeah. It'll probably be like what you said, or maybe he'll get reassigned You know, maybe you can't handle those students over there at Langston Hughes, because I know Issa Pope 49 said that he has a partner whose kid goes there and said it's a rough school. Had no idea, you know what I'm saying? Had no idea. So, but that is just a crazy situation. I would feel a type of way if I was this child's parent, because I would be like, damn, there was nothing else that you could have did. You had to use a taser, you know, to tase my child. And yes, my child was being hard-headed, and I'm going to get on that ass later. But damn, you tased my kid. Like, did you need to tase him? And you don't even know if that child going to be traumatized now from being tased. That could have been a traumatizing experience for that child. That's what I'm saying. Like, did he have to tase him? Tasha said he might see the whole thing later if they release the BWC. Is that behind the scenes? I don't know what these acronyms stand for. BWC from the officer. Oh, body cam footage, right? Body cam footage. See, I'm learning a lot of stuff. Because boyfriend, he does private security. So I'm learning, Tasha girl. I'm learning new things, Tasha girl. But, yeah, body worn camera. Yeah, okay. I knew it was something like that. I was like, yeah, I'm starting to learn. And we be watching. Well, I watch a lot of Investigation Discovery. And he watches those, body cam videos on YouTube. So, yes, child. Yes. All right. Well, let's do some final thoughts. Do you think that this officer should lose his good job over this tasing? Do you think, for the rest of my folks on here, do you think that this officer should lose his job over this tasing? Joe said, yes, this could be a little accessible to aggressive with the taser, but I will say this. I used to be a bus monitor for 9 years, and I dealt with troubled schools that the kids are very ignorant. So what's the verdict, Joe? You think, okay, I see. Tasha said the biggest concern is that this officer doesn't have this child's medical history that could have effed that kid up if he had a heart condition. Right. Because what if he did have a heart condition and you tased him? Right, Tasha. Joe said that's kind of hard to say about losing his job. I would say there's some evidence show that he could lose his job, and there's some evidence that said Nate shouldn't lose his job. I don't know if he should lose his job, but I think he should definitely be more cautious to when he breaks out that taser. I don't know if he was having a bad day, a good day, or an in-between day. But, baby, when you dealing with kids, you have to pack your patience. Which is why Dee Dee was never a teacher. Because I don't got patience. And my mama said, oh, you'll have your own kids. You'll have patience. I don't have no kids, so I can't have no patience for your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why Auntie Dee Dee, when she has her niece and nephews, she la. And then back to your mama and daddy you go. So yeah, you got to have patience when it comes to kids. So I would, and being a bus monitor, Joe, that ain't for the weak. So baby, that is not for the weak. I commend you for 9 years you did that. Ooh, baby, I would have been ready to pull out every strand of this hair. You hear me, Joe? Messing with them childrens. You good, Joe? Joe said, you are so right. Patience is definitely something that should have been played in the... It should have. Because why did you treated that young little man like he was some thug. And again, I don't know the background. I don't know the history. I don't know if he's been getting in trouble, what he been doing in school. But you treated him like he was a thug on the street by tasing him. When you could have probably just de-escalated the situation. I know you probably was over talking to the young boy. But it was 2 against 1. You mean to tell me 2 grown-ass men couldn't get one little boy off the bus? Physically removed him from the bus? I'm just saying. Tasha said, you know, they train us to first be aware of who's watching and recording when you are making judgment calls in this field. Is that something that they do now, Tasha? Because I don't know if they was aware when they was beating the hell out of Rodney King. Let me stop. May he rest in peace. Joe said, absolutely. They got crazy. That's why I'm not there no more. Chef said, this is why I could not work in I couldn't do public schools either. I could not do public schools. I could not do public schools either. Because you really have to have patience for other people's kids. And if you don't have patience for other people's kids, and you should not be around kids, period. You shouldn't. So I just know when my patience starts to run thin, I give them back to my brother. God bless him. I love him. And Mama always tell me, she's like, when you have your own, you have more patience. I am 43 now. I did see a lady at 48. She gave birth to twins after 20 years of trying. Jesus. But 43? My patience already thin, chill. Anyway, babe said, shake. Why you shake your head, babe? Joe said, this is why we're shortage of teachers now, because of the way these kids are. And then quick to blame other folks for how y'all kids be acting. But the little boy wasn't aggressive. All he said is he wasn't getting off the bus. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't physical. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't cussing. All he said was he trying to go home too. They said, well, okay, you need to get off the bus. So he wasn't doing any of that. That's why I don't understand why they felt like they needed to tase him. And he wasn't doing he wasn't, resembling or any of those characteristics of him being the aggressor. I could see if he was the aggressor, then I would be like, okay, they're justified. So, Tasha laughing my ass off. Yep, when people record and go live or just post sometimes, it can help or hurt an investigation. Oh, I know. That's why they got this body cam footage now, chill. They not playing with it. They want to make sure. But even sometimes with the body cam footage, some of them do get caught slipping. Me and Baby was watching. It was a woman who was an officer, and she was involved in a DUI. She had I don't know if it was a family, but she had hit this car and acted like she wasn't the one that I said, girl, what is you doing? But yeah, you got to be careful because, everything you do is being recorded for quality assurance. Please believe it. Joe said, this is so true. So, yes, the taser was not necessary on this case. You're so right on that. And then there are times when they let the actual police get involved instead of the security of the schools. And he looked like he was a police officer. A regular police officer, so that's probably why he didn't have the patience, because he probably like, I ain't got to have no patience. You gonna do what I say, or you gonna get laid down. You gonna do what I say, or you gonna get laid down to die. How you want it? And he said, I try. You now we doing it my way. I don't know if that necessarily was the way for him to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who am I? I ain't got no kids. I thank the Lord sometimes that I ain't got no kids, because the way that some of you people act, with these kids, I probably would be in jail and call the case. Because I don't know if I would let nobody tase my kid. I don't give a damn if they didn't want to get off the bus. Who are you? Yeah. So, yeah. So I praise the Lord. Anyway, let's do some final thoughts. Great discussion. So next week, for the holiday, next week will be our last week. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, and then I will let you guys enjoy your Christmas Eve and your Christmas and your New Year's. And then we'll come back after New Year's Day. We'll come back on, what is it, the 2nd, 3rd? Maybe the 3rd. We'll come back on the 3rd. No vacation this year, but it's okay. We'll come back on the 3rd and kick this thing back off. It's some things that I got to get into motion. I'm working on that for this podcast studio. I really got to go hard now because I'm like Netflix over giving out podcast deals. I need to get discussions with Didi Parker, one of them. So just know we got things in motion. So, but that'll be the schedule for next week because I know a lot of y'all are going to be on vacation mode, kicking it with the family. So we'll take the rest of the year off. We'll do Monday, Tuesday, and let you enjoy your time with your family. Tasha said the department can go live in the body world cam and watch remotely what's happening if they are aware of certain events happening while officers are on scene. That's crazy. They can do that. They need to do that more often because there's a lot of corrupt people. Tasha, what kind of law does your man do? Just curious. What kind of lawyer is your man? I'm just curious. Tasha said, and final thoughts. Teach your kids Lord, teach these kids. Yes, please. But then again, Tasha, if I did have some kids, mine would have some damn respect when they went out this house. They wouldn't be. But then again, you can raise them up. You can lead these children, child. But their way is their way. This is a different generation. That's another thing that scares me about having kids. Because, baby, the way that this world moves. Ooh, child. Any more final thoughts? So we got next week's schedule. If you have not already, for my YouTube folks, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We do this every day at 2. But like I said, we'll take a little hiatus next week because of the holiday. But make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. If you haven't already, check out that new video I just posted with John Singleton's son, 7. Didn't even know that John Singleton had a damn son until I got hit with the interview, and they was like, hey, would you like to do the interview? I was like, he has a son? So please make sure you like, just like, share, repost if you can. Joe said this generation, the respect is very, very low. Tasha said he worked for the Attorney General Child Support Division right now and probably going to DA office next year. Okay then, girl. I was just asking because I was thinking maybe, but I know lawyers. Anyway, I was thinking, Anyway, 2026, Tasha. I'm gonna have to get your number. Tasha said, final thoughts. Beat these kids' asses at home. I'm done. That was it right there. So that's it. Final thoughts. Beat these kids' asses at home. But just don't get caught. Because they locking your ass up for beating your own children now. Tasha, you a fool. All right, y'all. What is today? It is Friday. Happy Friday. So there is no live tomorrow. But if you are in Atlanta, you can check me out. I do Weekend Vibes 12 to 4 on Kiss 104.1. And then Sunday from 4 to 7. And then this Sunday, if you're in the ATL, I will be hosting the 9:30 Eric Benet show. So this Sunday, if you can make it out, come support your girl. I'll be up in the thing hosting. My hosting hat on. My first hosting gig back in the ATL, and I'm excited because this is where I thrive at. So anyway, all right, y'all. Tasha had the final thoughts. I'll leave it at that. Again, have a safe and blessed weekend. We'll chat Monday. Bye.